September 1st, 1859. Telegraph operators worldwide suddenly felt electric shocks. Equipment explodes. Communication systems die. But here's the terrifying part. If this happened today, civilization would collapse for months. Power grids destroyed. GPS dead. Hospitals, banks, airports, everything offline. And scientists say it will happen again. We're just not ready. I'm about to show you 5 catastrophes just like this. Events that literally shaped our entire world, but somehow disappeared from memory. And the last one? It almost erased humanity. Carrington Event. Let's rewind to September 1st, 1859. Sounds like a random date, right? Wrong. On this day, the sun threw a tantrum that almost destroyed civilization before electricity even became mainstream. It's called the Carrington Event, named after British astronomer Richard Carrington. A massive solar flare, one of the largest ever recorded, ejected a cloud of charged particles directly toward Earth. Here's where it gets wild. Normally, solar storms take days to reach Earth, but this one, it arrived in just 17.6 hours. That's impossibly fast. The difference between a warning and a catastrophe. When it hit our planet's magnetic field, it created the most powerful geomagnetic storm in recorded history. Telegraph systems across the entire globe exploded. Operators reported that equipment caught fire. In some cases, telegraphers got shocked so badly they had to abandon their stations. Communication, the internet of the 1800s, completely shut down for hours. But here's the scary part. If this happened today, scientists estimate it would cause between $1 and $2 trillion in damage. Your smartphone, banking systems, offline, airplanes in the sky, no navigation, potentially for months. Why don't we talk about this? Because it happened before modern technology. But NASA scientists have warned it's not a question of if it happens again, but when. And get this, in July 2012, a solar storm of the same magnitude missed Earth by just 9 days. 9 days. We were that close. Quick question before we continue. Did you know your smartphone could become useless overnight? Drop yes or no in the comments. And if you're learning something new here, hit that subscribe button. The next catastrophe is even crazier. The year without summer. Now we jump to 1816. People call it the year without summer. In April 1815, a volcano called Mount Tambora in Indonesia erupted with such force, it became the largest volcanic eruption in recorded history, 4 times more powerful than Krakatoa. The volcano ejected so much ash into the atmosphere that it literally blocked out the sun. Global temperatures dropped by ½ degree Celsius. Doesn't sound like much? It was enough to destroy agriculture worldwide. In Europe and North America, snow fell in July. Crops failed, livestock starved. People ate grass, cats, dogs, whatever it took to survive. Between 90,000 and 107,000 people died from famine. Economies collapsed, entire communities relocated. And here's the twist. This catastrophe created something unexpected. Mary Shelley was vacationing in Switzerland that cold, dark year. Stuck inside because of the weather, she wrote Frankenstein, one of the most famous novels ever. One volcanic eruption changed the climate, killed hundreds of thousands, and created an entire genre of Gothic horror. Forgotten? Completely. The Great Smog of London. December 1952, London. A dense, poisonous fog, what people called a pea souper, rolled into the city. In just 5 days, about 12,000 people died. Some estimates say closer to 15,000. People literally suffocated in the streets. Visibility dropped to just a few feet. Public transportation shut down. Surgeons had to cancel operations because they couldn't even see inside their patients. Think about that. You live in a modern city. You go outside, you can't breathe, you can't see, and you die from air. This event directly led to the Clean Air Act in the UK and later inspired environmental protection laws worldwide. Before the Great Smog, people didn't think air pollution was a real problem. This tragedy changed that overnight. Yet most people have never heard of it. It killed more people than many famous disasters, but because it wasn't caused by an explosion or war, it was quietly forgotten. Which of these has shocked you the most so far? Drop 1, 2, or 3 in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. The next 2 events are even more terrifying. The Tunguska Event, June 1908, Siberia, Russia. Something exploded above a forest with the force of 10 to 15 megatons, up to 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. The explosion flattened 2,000 square kilometers of forest, 80 million trees destroyed in seconds. People were knocked down 60 kilometers away. Seismic waves were recorded worldwide. What was it? An asteroid or a comet? Scientists still debate it, but we know this. An object about 60 meters wide entered Earth's atmosphere and exploded 10 kilometers above the ground. If it had arrived just a few hours later, Earth's rotation would have placed St. Petersburg or Moscow directly in its path. Millions would have died. It's the largest impact event in recorded history. And yet, almost nobody knows it happened because it struck deep in Siberia. No photos, no video, just eyewitness accounts in a flattened forest. NASA tracks thousands of similar objects every single day. They're still out there, waiting. The Toba Supervolcano. Now we go way back, 74,000 years ago. Indonesia again. A volcano called Toba erupted with such force it became the largest volcanic eruption in human history. The explosion ejected ash 100 kilometers into the sky. Within 2 weeks, that ash circled the entire planet. Temperatures dropped by up to 5 degrees Celsius. The world entered a volcanic winter that lasted up to 10 years. Animals starved. Human populations collapsed. Some genetic studies suggest humanity shrank to as few as 3,000 individuals. We almost went extinct. Every person alive today descends from that tiny group of survivors. If Toba had been slightly stronger, or if the ash had spread differently, you wouldn't exist. None of us would. We are literally descendants of people who survived the apocalypse. So there you have it. 5 catastrophes that shaped our world, but remain largely forgotten. From solar storms that nearly destroyed our grid, to volcanic winters that nearly ended humanity, to deadly smogs and asteroid blasts, history is written in cataclysms. We're just the survivors. We survived these ones. But the next one might not give us a second chance. Like and subscribe, so you're one of the people who actually knows what's coming, because these aren't just stories from the past. The Carrington Event can happen again. Supervolcanoes still exist. Asteroids still fly toward us. The universe is unpredictable, but knowledge unleashes its power.